Hi everyone, hope all are fine and safe at home. Okay, are you all watching the videos which are being uploaded in the YouTube? Is it interesting? Yes. Today we are going to see about the continuation of the lesson, the making of national movement. Shall we go to the lesson now? Yes. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa in 1950. Gandhiji was already popular by then for his non-violence as marches against racism, an internationally respected leader. The campaigns led by Gandhiji in South Africa helped him to get in contact with various people Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Parsis, besides people of various regions like Gujaratis, Tamils, and upper class merchants, lawyers, workers, and so on. Children, now we will see how Gandhiji contributed to the freedom struggle. The first year, Mahatma Gandhi toured around the country to know the people, the needs, and the entire situation that prevailed in the country. The initial campaigns of the Mahatma Gandhi included support to the local movements like Champaran and Kedar. Gandhiji extended his support to the local peasants in their struggles against high taxes and unfair practices. In the year 1918, Gandhiji had a strike of mill workers in Ahmedabad. The association in two local movements helped Gandhiji to get in touch with many leaders including Rajendra Prasad and Vallabhbhai Patel who went to be his lifelong associates. Well, now let us learn about the various movements that took place in the country between 1919 and 1922. Rowlatt Act and Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. It is important for us to know that Mahatma Gandhi did not associate himself with any group of the Congress. Mahatma Gandhi carved a net for himself in national politics. In 1970, Mahatma Gandhi launched the Champaran campaign, the Kaira protest movement in 1918, and led the Ahmedabad textile workers in agitation in 1918. As a result of these agitations, Gandhiji rose to fame as a popular leader and the important political activist. Gandhiji called for a satyagraha in 1919 to protest against the Rowlatt Act that was passed by the British government. According to the Rowlatt Act, the freedom of expression of the people was restricted and police powers was strengthened. The police could arrest and imprison any person without trial who was suspected to be a terrorist. In case of these, in case if there is a trial, it was supposed to be a secret trial in which person in trial could not know the evidence against him or her leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and many others strongly believed that government had no right to curb the basic freedoms of the people. The act was termed to be demolished until Gandhiji gave a call to the people of the nation to observe April 6, 1919 as Day of Nonviolent Opposition to the Rowlatt Act. He asked them to observe the day with humiliation. In the year 1919 saw many demonstrations and hartals across the country while the government used harsh measures to curb Jallianwala Bagh is a classic example of the harsh measure of the British. On April 13, 1919, General Dyer issued orders for firing on a meeting of unknown people on the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, Punjab. Around 400 people killed and thousands of people were injured in this massacre. Rabindranath Tagore, the great poet, renounced his night as a mark of protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. One important aspect during the Rowlatt Satyagraha was the unity of Hindus and Muslims. Mahatma Gandhi also called for unity among the people of India, where Hindus and Muslims and people of other religion live together. Moreover, Mahatma Gandhi was in favor of support of Hindus and Muslims for each and any fights of rights. Khilafat agitation and non-cooperation movement. A tough treaty was imposed on the Turkish Sultan or Khalifa in the year 1920 by the British. This step of the British received the same kind of fierce response as Jallianwala Bagh. In addition, the Muslims in India were strong about the Khalifa retaining the control over Muslim sacred places. In such a scenario, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, the leaders of the Khilafat movement, team up with the complete non-cooperation movement. This move was supported by Gandhiji widely, also pressed the Congress on campaigning against the Punjab Roms or the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, supporting the Khilafat movement and demand Swaraj or independence. In the year 1920, in the Nagpur Congress session, Gandhiji was acknowledged the leader of Congress. Children, it was in the session that the main aim of Congress was decided to be the achievement of independence through peaceful means. Another important aspect is that the non-cooperation was adopted as the means to achieve the end of the Swaraj. It was between 1921 to 1922 that the non-cooperation movement gave phases. Many students left government schools and colleges. Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, C. Rajagopalachari was some of the lawyers who gave up their practices. The people surrendered the British titles and boycotted legislatures across the country. As we have studied, the foreign clothes was also boycotted and burnt in places as a result of imports of foreign cloth came down abruptly. At the same time, Gandhiji gave a call to the people to spin their own cotton on their chakra. The khadi cloth was spun in many homes across the country, which facilitated for the country to get self-reliant. Children, this was just one part of the story. In many parts of the country, revolt against the British were on the verge. Let us see the case of Andhra during that period. At that time, the district of Kundur occupied the center stage for national activities. Students, merchants, and peasants from villages also took active part in the nationalist activities. Now, let us have a quick look at Cherra Perla movement. The government made a decision to merge the villages of Cherla and Perla and convert them into a new speciality and imposed high taxes. Dugirla Gopala Kirnaya led a campaign of around 15,000 people from Cherla to revolt against the theme of taxes. The people vacated the houses and made a new settlement called Ramnagar. The slogans of Gandhiji Swaraj is coming and we will not pay taxes to this government did the rounds in the villages. As we know, Gandhiji was against violence. The non-cooperation movement was called off by Gandhiji in February 1922 in the wake of peasants setting fire to the Chauri Chaura police station. When the police often fire on the peaceful protest, the people was disturbed. Chauri Chaura, as a result, they set fire to Chauri Chaura police station that killed 22 policemen. When the non-cooperation movement came to an end, the followers of Gandhiji oppressed on the Congress, adopting developmental work in the rural areas. On the other hand, C.R. Das, Motilal Nehru and the leaders believed that the Congress should contest elections and earn an entry to the councils to influence the government policies. The Gandhians carried out social work in the villages, which helped in the introduction of civil disobedience movement in the year 1930 in India. The establishment of Rashtriya Swamayan Svavek Sangh (RSS), a Hindu organization, and the Congress Party of India were the two significant developments of the mid-1920s. In addition, Bhagat Singh, the revolutionary leader, also actively participated in the national struggle during this period. So now we will stop with this and continue the remaining part of the lesson in the next video. So children, go through the video along with your books and get ready for a small slip test which will be conducted in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.